Hey everyone, I hope you are all doing fantastic today. I am so excited to share a completely genuine, real-life experience with you that happened to me just today. We try so many different snacks and drinks every single day, but most of those moments are pretty ordinary. Every once in a while, though, you hit a combination that completely changes the game and turns a simple snack time into something absolutely extraordinary. That is exactly what happened to me today, and I just had to sit down and talk to you about it. It all started quite simply. I was craving something savory, so I went ahead and picked up a bag of potato chips. The moment I opened that bag and took the very first bite, I was completely blown away. Honestly, these chips were just incredibly good. The crunch was absolutely perfect, the texture was on point, and the seasoning had this amazing balance that just hit the spot instantly. It was so satisfying that I actually paused for a second just to appreciate how good a simple chip could taste. But the story does not end there. To go along with my chips, I also grabbed a drink called Power. As I was enjoying those delicious chips and took my first sip of this Power drink, I realized I had just stumbled upon the ultimate snack pairing. The way the flavor of the drink complemented the savory, seasoned crunch of the chips was a total match made in heaven. I would never have believed how beautifully these two things go together if I had not experienced it firsthand today. The chips on their own were fantastic, but the real star of the show that elevated the whole experience was definitely the drink. The Power drink was just exceptionally good. Now let us talk about the name for a moment, because it is such a cool and interesting concept. Since the drink is literally called Power, it naturally makes you wonder. People might playfully ask themselves if drinking this will actually give them some kind of crazy, superhuman strength. It is a totally fair thought to have, because the word power brings up images of superheroes and intense energy. But let me break down the reality of it for you, based on my experience today. No, drinking this is not going to give you supernatural comic book powers, and you are not going to start lifting cars or flying through the air. However, it absolutely does give you a very real, very tangible kind of power, and that is the power of pure refreshment, satisfaction, and an instant mood boost. Whenever you are feeling tired after a long day of work, running errands, or studying, your body and mind just crave a reset. That is exactly what this drink delivers. The moment that cool, crisp liquid hits your throat, all that exhaustion just melts away, and you feel instantly revitalized. That sudden burst of freshness that wakes up your senses and recharges your mental battery is the ultimate power. It hydrates you, completely refreshes your palate, and kicks away any lingering sluggishness. So while it might not give you mythical superpower abilities, the power of total rejuvenation it provides is absolutely real and incredibly satisfying. I know some people can be a bit skeptical when it comes to trying different drinks, or they might assume that every soft drink out there is bad for you or filled with questionable things. But I want to tell you directly that this Power drink is not a bad drink at all. It is a completely normal, safe, and utterly delicious beverage that regular people love to enjoy. It is not something designed to harm your system, nor is it some weird gimmick. It is just a wonderfully crafted, high-quality, refreshing drink made to give you a clean, crisp taste. The proof is simply in how universally liked it is. Regular people incorporate it into their daily routines because it genuinely tastes amazing and fits perfectly with what people look for in a great beverage. The flavor profile is spot on, offering a clean taste that is not overwhelmingly sweet, but has just the right amount of punch to make your taste buds happy. It is a premium, respectable, and completely enjoyable soft drink that you can feel totally good about drinking. There is also a really cool lifestyle aspect to this Power drink that makes it unique. While you can definitely enjoy it any time of the day, it has become a popular tradition for people to have it as a post-meal treat. After eating a heavy, hearty meal, like a big, comforting dinner, a rich burger, or any substantial comfort food, people naturally look for something clean and cold to wash it all down and settle their stomach. That is exactly when people reach for this Power drink. It has become the go-to choice to bring a sense of completion to a good meal, helping to cleanse the palate and leave you feeling completely refreshed instead of weighed down. It is like the perfect period at the end of a sentence. Today, even though I was not having a full heavy dinner, I experienced that exact same phenomenon while eating my chips. The chips left a rich, savory seasoning in my mouth, and the moment I took a sip of the drink, it completely cleansed my palate and made everything feel incredibly fresh. It turns out that the same reason people love it after a big meal is exactly why it works so beautifully with a great bag of chips. When you look at the combination of the two together, it really is a beautiful contrast of elements. On one hand, you have the crispy, salty, deeply savory notes of the chips creating a bold flavor experience. On the other hand, you have the smooth, chilled, and uplifting liquid refreshment of the power drink coming in right afterward to balance the scales. The heat and spice from the chip seasoning met the cool, crisp sweetness of the drink in a way that felt entirely balanced. Every single bite, followed by a sip, felt like a tiny celebration of flavor. The chips were stellar by themselves, but the drink made the chips taste 10 times better, and the chips made the drink taste even more rewarding. This whole experience felt so grounded and genuine. It was just me sitting down, opening a crisp bag of chips, hearing that satisfying crunch, and holding a cold, refreshing drink with condensation dripping down the sides. It is the kind of simple pleasure that reminds you how great the little things in life can be. Regular people do not stick with a product unless it consistently delivers a great experience, and this drink proves exactly why it is so popular. It has this quiet capability to just make your day better. We all deal with busy schedules, stress, and the nonstop hustle of daily life. At the end of the day, we are all just looking for a small way to unwind and treat ourselves. This combination did exactly that for me today. It wiped away the stress of the day and replaced it with a genuinely happy, relaxed moment. It gave me a new wave of positive energy to keep going. So if you are looking for a brand new snack experience, or if you just want to upgrade your casual afternoon break, I highly recommend trying this out for yourself. Grab a bag of your favorite savory chips and pair them with a cold power drink. It is a totally normal, incredibly accessible combination that regular people use to bring a little extra joy to their day. The chips are phenomenal, the drink is fantastic, and together, they are absolutely unbeatable. Thank you all so much for listening to my story today. Stay happy, stay refreshed, and I will see you next time.